All right. So let's do some yoga practice together. We'll concentrate on moving and breathing to feel better. That's really what we're doing here. We talk about mental focus and clarity, and sometimes we even talk about some Sanskrit words. But at the end of the day, we're just here to feel better. And the main way we're doing that is just moving, exploring our range of motion, and being in our bodies, breathing through that, breathing consciously, and giving a little tension to ourselves, our self care. So, with that said, please find a comfortable posture. I'm going to head to my mat and a comfortable posture for yoga. You take a seat, press down through your thighs or knees. You can pull back a little bit. Bring your spine up and bring your back into tone. Start to breathe in and out through the nose. One hand on our chest and one hand on our belly. It's okay if the chest moves, but make sure the belly's moving. When you inhale, it's pulsing, expanding. The exhale, you can feel a gentle squeeze at the abdomen. Around like that. Sensitive that the breath is getting low in the body. Breathing into the lower lobes of our lungs. Keep that breath deep in the belly. Put your hands back on your legs, or you can even take your blocks out in like a triangle shape. Just let your head fall off to one side, not all the way off, just over to the side. Try to keep your head on. Head. The other direction. Breathing low in the belly. Come back to center. Put your fingertips down on the earth beside you and push down a moment, either on the blocks or on the floor. As you push down, lift up through the crown, through the top of the chest. Still breathe low in the belly. You twist, put the left hand across the knee. To keep that length in your spine as you twist. Keep that steady breath rhythm low in the belly. Go ahead and twist the other direction. Back to neutral. Press down the blocks, open your throat, lift your chin, and just relax here and keep lifting until you can still talk, you can still give yoga instructions. Let me breathe here. Back to neutral. Good. Let's rock forward, coming to a tabletop shape. We'll bring the knees a little closer together to start. Maybe they're even touching. We'll just kind of swoop the hips over to one side, then swoop the hips back over to the other side. Just a couple times, left and then right. And separate the knees about hips distance apart. Press down through your knees and hands as you sink your spine. Bring the muscle of your back, tone and engage towards the spine. Almost see that you're lifting your sit bones or lifting your tail slightly as you push back, stretching into the hip joint. Good. Come forward, bring the hips a little forward of the knees. They don't have to come all the way down, just bring them forward a little bit. Push the floor down with your hands and just breathe here. And pull the shoulders down away from your ears. It's like you're on your way to a cobra. You're not quite there. Good, let's press back. Step the left leg back, turn the foot out, just kind of sink back through your hips. You can bend the back knee as you sink back. Sinking into that hip joint. You're gonna come back to neutral. You're gonna step your right foot back, turn the toe out, and then sink back. Any amount. Come back to neutral. Inhale, lift the left leg up and pull it over to the right. Try to look over your right shoulder, see your foot. And then pull that knee all the way around, left knee all the way around to your left elbow. Touch the elbow maybe, and then replace it. Just opening that hip mobility. You're gonna lift up your right leg. Look over your left shoulder. Try to see your foot, swoop your foot around. Bottom of your foot. Good, then swoop that right knee all the way around, touch the right elbow, look at it, and then replace. Let's do that cycle again. So you're gonna inhale, lift up your left leg, look to the right, and look for that foot coming around. So different, this leg does it totally different than the other leg. Pull it all the way forward, left knee, maybe touch its left elbow, look at it, and then return to neutral. Right side again, up, over, swoop it around, right knee to right elbow, and back down. One more round. This time you're gonna lift the leg straight up in the air first. Try to look up at the ceiling as you do it. And then pull that knee under, try to kiss your knee. One more time, send it up, look up at the ceiling as the toe goes to the ceiling. And look under as you pull the knee in. And then replace. Inhale, shoot the right leg back, look up as you do it. Exhale, pull under. Inhale, open. Exhale, under. And replace. Good. Separate the knees nice and wide, and let's just sit back for a moment, rest into the hip joints. You can stay up on your elbows or forearms, however you want to think of it, as you sit back and just kind of rock a little bit side to side. Really sitting back far enough that you can do this motion without putting any pressure on the joints. Press down through the forearms. Start to walk the knees back. And then drop the hips into the earth for Sphinx pose. Pushing down through the elbows. Peel up with the chin. Try to just relax your pelvis now. Almost feel like it's sinking into the earth. Keep that. Keep the hips relaxed, the pelvis calm, and look over your right shoulder. You can see your toes or your heel. Let's go the other direction. Back to neutral. And go ahead and walk your hands out. So you're making your body as long as possible, trying to get the fingers and toes as far away from each other as possible, creating some traction on your spine. You can almost like think that you're walking your fingertips further and further away. Breathe into your side ribs. Keep pelvis relaxed. Breathe low in the belly. Good. Bend both knees so your toes are in the sky. Push down with your hands. You can drag them back a little as you try to lift your chin and chest up. Breathe here. We call this sliding penguin. While you're sliding, just kind of swing your feet over to one side and then nice and slow, swing your feet over to the other. Good. Relax it back down. Turn your head to one side. You can rest on your cheek or temple. Pull your arms back and take them wide like a T. Wide like a T, draw them in just slightly. So you're up on your fingertips, elbows above your hand, just push down with your hands. Cobra, wide-handed cobra. And then lift the feet again, bend the knees, curling up. Careful not to get any cramps in the hamstrings. And then exhale, lower down, turn your head the other direction, rest a moment. Concentrate on breathing low in the belly. From here, hands under shoulders, inhale, press up and swing it back. Send your hips all the way back towards your heels for a moment. And then once you kind of get there, curl up to a kneeling posture. In the kneeling posture, you're going to interlace your fingers and place them behind your head. Open your elbows apart, kind of pulling on the webbing of your hands as you lean your skull back into your hands. Open the chest, open wide across the elbows and collarbones. And from here, pull your left elbow down, squeezing on the left side of the body. And rather than thinking about lengthening the right, think about squeezing the left. Inhale back up, let's do the opposite. Squeeze on the right side. Inhale back up. Bring your elbows in front, close together. My teacher liked to call this horse blinders. Tuck your toes, push your hips back, press your head back, kind of curling back, open up, and breathe. Good. Exhale, sit your hips back, keep the toes tucked. Put your hands on your thighs. Push your tailbone back, open your chest. Almost think that you're pulling your elbows and your shoulders back. Open your throat, stick your tongue out. Close your mouth whenever you're ready. Try one more time, stick your tongue out as you exhale. Good, let's walk it back out, hands and knees. We're gonna do a downward facing dog pose for 5 breath counts. So downward facing dog pose. Look at the feet, try to line up so that your kneecaps point straight forward. They're not turned out or turned in. And the second toe points straight forward. And then shift the weight, sink one heel down. And then shift the weight, sink the other heel down. You're shifting back and forth. Good. Look forward in your down dog. So you're in downward dog. You're just going to lift your chin as high as you can. Bend your knees and then swing your knees way to your left. Inhale, back to normal down dog. Exhale, open your chin, bend your knees and swing your knees way to the right. Might turn your feet as well. And then inhale, back to down dog. Good. Walk it to the front of your mat. Put your weight over your feet. Inhale, rise up. Stretch up high into the sky. Brighten your palm, brighten your fingers. And then exhale, hands on your hips. Swirl your hips in a big circle. Reverse that circle. Thanks for the adjustment. Good. Step the left foot forward, step the right leg back. High lunge or warrior one. Press down through your feet and kind of pull your feet towards each other. As you sink your hips down, straight into the quad, straight into the front leg bone, sink your hips down. Good. From here with the right leg back, inhale, lift the right arm high into the sky. Give a little crescent shape in your spine. And then bend the back knee and step forward. Inhale, stretch up high into the sky. Brighten your palms. Exhale, hands on your hips as you step the left leg back, high lunge or warrior one. High lunge just means your heel's in the air and your hips are square. Warrior one means your heel is flat, your foot is flat on the floor and turned out slightly. Pull the feet towards each other, tone your muscles, and then sink your hips into the front thigh. Good, keeping that stability, that extension. Reach up through the left arm, inhale and breathe. And then bend the back knee, step forward. Inhale, reach up high to the sky. Brighten your palms. Exhale, put your left hand on your hip and push your hips to the right as you make a big old wave with your right hand. You can look down at the floor and then up at your right arm. Inhale, come back up. Let's change the arms. Exhale, push the hips and big old wave with the left. Look down at the floor. And then up. Inhale, come all the way back up. Stretch your arms out in a T. Pull the pinky side of the hand back. Roll the palms up and look up at the sky. Keep looking up at the sky as you bend your knees and sink your weight down through your quads, your upper legs. Sink down lower and lower. You can keep low enough that you can rest your belly on your thighs for a moment. And then release your spine into a forward fold. You can straighten the legs some if you'd like. Inhale, press down and extend your spine into flat back shape. And then exhale, take a step back with your right leg. And then take a step back with your left leg, pushing into downward dog. Inhale, drop your knees to the floor, toes tucked. Curl up your chin. And then do a mini push-up. Push back to downward dog. Or just walk it back and then step your right foot forward and step your left foot forward. Put your weight over your feet. Inhale, come all the way up. We're going to do sort of abbreviated type sun salute motion a few rounds. Bring your hands down by your sides. Inhale, reach up. Take the left arm to the left hip, wave. Look down, look up. Inhale, up. Switch sides. Exhale, wave. Look down. Extending to that top arm when you turn your head. Inhale, up, reach up tall. Keep looking up, bend your knees, start to sink down. Good, get low, then bow over the front legs. You can push the legs a little straighter if you'd like. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step the left leg back. And then the right leg back. Big one step, one movement. Drop to your knees. Inhale, curl. Exhale, do a mini push-up. Back up to standing. Step your left leg forward to the other side. Right leg forward. Bring your weight over your feet. Inhale, come up. Hands by your sides. Couple more warm-up rounds. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left hand to hip, wave. Look down, look up. Inhale, switch sides. Wave. Look down, look up. Inhale, up. Sit down. Rest your belly on your thighs. Maybe straighten the legs, forward fold. Take your time, you don't have to go at my pace. Inhale, flat back pose. Exhale, right leg way back. Left leg way back. And then take a mini push-up. Right leg way forward. Left leg forward. Bring the weight over your feet. Inhale, rise up. We've got one more round of the warm-up here. Stay with it. Exhale, arms down. Doing great. Inhale, arms up. Left hand to hip. Wave. Look down. Look up. Inhale, switch sides. Wave. Look down. Look up. Inhale, up. Sit down, chair. Sit low enough that you can rest your belly on your thighs. Release your spine, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, left leg way back. Right leg way back. One push-up. Downward dog. Left leg way forward. Right leg forward. Weight over your feet. Inhale, come up. Hands to your heart. Take a moment just to breathe here. Good job. Slide the hands down the legs. You can have your blocks. Let's go on the high setting for these blocks. Shift your left foot to the middle line of the mat, and then inhale, lift your right leg. And now bend your left leg, bend your standing leg, and drop that back leg as far back as it'll go. Hands on the blocks. As you drop it down, drop the knee down into crescent low lunge, looking up at the ceiling, or toward it at least. Get a deep stretch in that front hip flexor. Good. Plant that front foot. Good. Now, we call it like a kickstand or something. Turn that back foot in a little bit. Open up kneeling warrior two. That back knee is actually down. It's a little bit almost underneath your hip. You can really open that inner thigh this way. Good. Take the back hand, lift it up high in the sky, and swoop it back to those blocks. And then maybe sit back, runner stretch, where you press your front heel down as you pull your hips back. And then draw those front toes back. Good. Rock forward and step forward, forward fold posture, or flat back posture. Looks great, everybody. Way to stay with the flow there. Center your right foot. Inhale, lift your left leg up. And as you bend your front leg, drop that back toe as far back as it'll go that you can keep your balance. Then drop the back knee into a crescent low lunge. So that means you're curling your body up and your back knee is down. Deep front hip flexor stretch. Looks good. I like to push down with my hand on the blocks, help bring my shoulders down as I curl the chest and gaze upward. Good. You can pivot that back foot in a little bit if you'd like, kind of kickstand it over, and then swoop up to a kneeling warrior two. We're concentrating on opening our inner thigh here of the front leg. Then turn the back palm up, come all the way back to the front with your hands, and you're going to sit back runner stretch, pulling that front toe up as you press down through the heel. Rock forward, plant that foot again, and step to the front of your yoga mat. Inhale, come all the way up standing. Stretch up high to the sky. We're going to lift up on tiptoe. So bring your heels up as you press down through the pads of your feet. You can squeeze out the belly a little bit. Good. Release the pose. We're in the same sequence. So you bend your knees, bow forward. Rest the belly on the thighs to start. And push down through your legs as you extend your spine forward. First side, left foot planted, right leg up high. One smooth transition. Bend the standing leg as you drop the other toe back. Crescent lunge. Crescent low lunge, if it's more accurate. Inhale, one motion, pivot, wheel up, warrior two kneeling. We're going to add to the pose. Take your left hand, gently press it against your inner thigh, and shoot the finger towards the big toe. You don't have to get it there, just slowly make that action of sending the left fingers towards the left big toe. Inhale, come back up. Hands on the blocks or at the front. Runner's lunge, sit back, runner stretch. And then rock it forward as you step forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, bow all the way down. Look forward. The right foot's on the ground. The left leg lifted up high into the sky. In one motion, bend and step back. Lunge, crescent lunge. Looks good, everyone. So good on that hip joint to weight bear like that. When you're ready, pivot that back foot, wheel it up, kneeling warrior two. Take the front arm, bring it into the inner knee, and then follow the fingertips toward the big toe. Inhale back up. Hands on the blocks. Sit back, runner's lunge. Inhale, step forward. Forward fold, and then rise up, mountain. Tippy toes. Exhale, release the arms down. Awesome. Awesome warm up. One more round, I'm going to add a posture to it. Bow forward. Bend your knees, get your belly to your thighs. Then you can push a little bit with the legs once you're there, extending the forward fold. Inhale, stretch forward. You're going to plant your left foot, lift up your right. And in one motion, bend and step back, low crescent lunge. Inhale, come up, kneeling warrior two. Slide the hand, shoot the finger toward the toe. Way to stay with it, everybody. Inhale up. Place the hands at the front, square it up again, and now lift the back knee. So we're in a high lunge, hands are on the mat. And you're gonna lift up your left arm, twisting your lunge. You can stay in the twist. This is a little advanced for this stage of the class, but if you want, you can try it. Or put your hands back down and then straighten your front leg. So you can do a twisted pyramid or a normal pyramid pose. Good. Bend both knees, step to the front of your yoga mat. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bow. Rest the belly on your thighs, which are bent. Your knees are bent. Once you're there, you can push with your legs. Forward fold a little bit. Then push into a flat back pose. Let's go to our second side. Right foot down, left leg up. One movement. Drop back, low lunge. One movement. Kneeling warrior two. Shoot the fingers towards the toes. Front hand. Inhale back up. Wheel it back. Tuck the back toes, lift that back knee, and twist the lunge, lifting up the right arm. You can stay as you straighten the front leg, or bring that hand back down and straighten the leg. A little more accessible. Bend both knees, step forward, inhale, come all the way up, rise up, tiptoe, heel up high, palms spread right, and relax. Good, step your feet as wide as your yoga mat now. Wide as your yoga mat, just pause here a moment in this wide-legged mountain or semi-wide. Press down through your four corners of your foot. And like you're straddling a large beach ball, think that you're trying to hug the beach ball with your inner legs. Hug the beach ball with your inner legs and kind of tone your legs, tone the kneecap. Good. Keep breathing here. Inhale, stretch your left arm straight out like so. And then bend it so the palm is behind the head. Keep your legs. Keep your legs. Inhale, look up at your left elbow. Breathe here. And follow your elbow back any amount with your gaze. Try not to move your knees. You're barely really moving your hips. Good. Inhale back to center. Strong legs. Squeeze in. Inhale. Bring out your right arm. Bend and place it behind your head. Pressing the palm and head against each other. Turn the gaze and follow your elbow up and back. Keep the legs strong, folks. Back to center. Pivot the heels in so the toes turn out. Bend your knees deep. As you sit down into a squat, the heels can lift up. That's just fine. We're going to breathe here in the squat pose, a few deep breaths. Good, then walk the feet back to a tabletop shape. You're gonna take one block, you're gonna place it on its lowest setting. I'm gonna come to the camera to make sure we're on the same page. The lowest setting means that I can lay my hand basically on the whole block, except for the thumb, if my hand is spread, maybe the pinky. So you see I'm on the lowest setting, so I really have a lot of stability and surface area to push down. But you're gonna squeeze actually with the thumb and the tip of the pinky maybe, and my whole hand can kind of grip. If you don't like that, you can just go right to the mat. That's fine too. Position the right hand under your right shoulder. Turn your body open to the left, like lifting the left arm, so you put your left hand on your left hip. You can have your right knee down and bring your body, bring your shoulder over that hand again. Really grabbing that block, digging holes in it. Now push down with your arm to bring your ribs up high. You can keep this, or you can stack your feet together. You're gonna breathe here, 2 breaths. Good, bend the bottom knee and come out of that shape. Okay, so the knee can stay bent the whole time, no problem. We're just trying to tone our side body. Tone our side body, they're called our stabilizer muscles. Let's work into the left hand. Left hand roots down through the block or the floor, no problem. Bring the shoulder over the hand. We're going to say it a couple times. Now turn open. Turn open. So your right hand is on your right hip. Shoulder to the sky. Good. And you can scoot closer so that your shoulder can go right over the hand possibly. Okay, the more over the hand, the more challenge, but the more you employ those stabilizer muscles. Okay. Press down and kind of lift up your ribs. And if you'd like, you're going to stagger your feet. Breathe, 2 breaths. Good, knee down, roll out of the shape. Good work, not an easy pose. Good challenge. We're going to do another round. You can get to the same side plank as we did last time. You can keep the knee down. Another variation, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see, is I can have the bottom leg down, but have the top foot about halfway forward, making a triangle, so it's a little more stable. You get the benefit of the straight bottom leg instead of the knee down. Okay, so it's just another variation. You choose what pose you want to work toward. With or without your block. I'm going to try without the block myself this time. But you still want to engage with your hands, friends. Let's turn open. Right hand is down, right shoulder. Bring it over the hand. And now lift the ribs by pushing down. Down with the leg, down with the hand. Breathe here, 3 breaths. Finish that 3rd exhale and then roll out of the shape. Looks good, everyone. I'm glad you're choosing a variation that suits your body. That's most important. That's how we focus on feeling better. Is like just move and breathe. But you got to do a pose. Do a pose that you can really engage with and be in. Bring the shoulder over the hand. You're ready. You can stagger the feet. Lift up. Push down with the legs and hand. 3 breaths. And roll out of the shape. Good. Take a rest pose. Sit back into your hips. Palms can be turned up. Restful pose. Push back into squat shape. Plant your feet as you rise up. Wonderful. Stepping the left foot forward, take the right leg back, warrior two stance. Go ahead and straighten the leg though. Warrior 2 feet, I should say. Warrior 2 feet. Focus on planting through the four corners of your feet. As you plant through the four corners of the feet, almost feel like you're drinking energy up the leg bones. So it lifts up through the front of your spine like a fountain, rising up through your spine, through your chest, through your crown. Shoulders go up and back. It's almost like you're looking up towards the sky with the feeling. Yeah, good. Feel your back muscles engaged here. Okay, now keep this uplifted feeling, buoyant feeling, and really plant your right foot, like almost like a suction cup with the toes, the heel. You can really feel the arch kind of lifting by pressing down through your big toe. Keep that like an anchor point, and now push your front hip out through your front knee without that back foot unplugging. Good, good. Take the left hand, put the back of the left hand against your inner knee, and again, just follow it. You don't have to get there, just follow it towards that big toe. See what the pose creates for you. The right hand can be on your hip if you like. Breathe. You'll find where the pose needs to stop, where you lose that back foot, where it unplugs. Excellent. Keep sinking and building that strength and mobility. Now push down with that front foot. Inhale, come up. Let's lift up that front hand nice and tall. Straighten your front leg. And step out of your posture. Nice work. Way to stay with the pose. Plant your right foot in the front. Step your left leg back. So it's warrior 2 stance, feet. Concentrate on planting through the four corners of the foot. And as you plant through the four corners of the foot, it's almost like you're drinking energy up the way a fountain flows up the central channel of a fountain, and it opens, overflows at the heart, the chest, the throat, the face, the crown, all kind of brightens open up. You can even do this gesture with your arms, like the way a fountain does it, and it will just naturally kind of happen for you. Keep that feeling. And almost create like a suction cup sensation with your left foot. Big toe mound, heel, that's all down, that arch kind of tones and lifts. Anchor that, don't move it, stay present with it, and bend your front knee. Slowly. Pushing that hip away from the back foot. Nice. Now take the right hand, back of the hand goes to the inner knee, and then follow the fingertips towards that front toe. You don't have to get there, just see. See what happens. The left hand can just rest on your thigh. Good, breathe in the pose. If you get to your toe, don't put any weight on it. Let the weight be in your leg and your core, not your arm. Good, now press down through your front hip. Inhale, come up. Straighten the leg, lift up the right hand. Breathe. And step out of the pose. Really nice, really nice. Just to neutralize our body, you're gonna squeeze your legs together. If you can't squeeze your legs together, right? I know everyone can like bring them together, but if you have trouble squeezing, meaning your ankles and your knees, you can't put pressure, instead just go ahead and put a block, because everyone can squeeze on a block. So whatever works for your body will be fine. But you want to create that sort of narrowing, that those inner leg muscles kind of hug. You squeeze all the inner leg muscles towards each other without collapsing. Maybe you feel like your butt muscles they purse a little bit in, bring your tailbone in. As you bring that in, kind of zipper up your abdomen. And as you zipper up your abdomen through your crown, reach your fingers down into the floor. So you're like standing at salute. This is so nice for our skeleton. And relax out of that shape. Good. Let's do that, that set one more time. So you're gonna put your left foot in front, take a warrior two footwork. Okay, the feet can be straight to start, and you'll concentrate on your four corners of your foot. Now really make like a suction cup sensation in your back foot, your right foot. You get this fountain-like feeling in your upper body. Good. This time you're going to keep both legs straight. You're going to keep both legs straight, but you'll take your your left fingers, left hand. Your left hand, the pinky edge of your hand, will slide down the top inseam of your leg. Maybe it finds the big toe, maybe it doesn't. So now we're doing more of a triangle version of that same feeling. Keep the weight in the back foot, keep the weight in your core, not in your hand. It's just connected. Triangle pose here today. Good. Breathe. Push down. Inhale, rise up. Lift up your left arm really high. As you lift your left arm up, bend your front knee. So we're kind of just reversing the sequence we did. Back foot is still strong and engaged. Excellent. Bend and step out of your shape. Really nice pose. Really nice. Plant your right foot. Let's take warrior two footwork with the right foot in front. Work the four corners of your feet. Think about making a suction cup sensation. That inner arch will lift in your back foot. Keep that tone. And you're going to take the right hand and just slide the pinky edge of the hand down that inner top of the leg, any amount. It might find the big toe, it might not. Work your way into the pose. That back foot never wavers. It stays engaged the whole time as you pursue the shape of the asana. Breathe, enjoy the pose. Deep hip opener here. Good, pressing down. Inhale, rise up. You're gonna lift up your right hand as high as it'll go and then sink your hips through your front knee. Good, then let's step out of our posture. Once again, return to either the block or the legs squeezing together, just neutralizing with our mountain shape. We're squeezing the legs so much, you actually feel the glute muscles kind of hug in and bring our tailbone in just a little bit. As you do that, zip up the front abdomen. up through your crown, and then reach the fingers down through the earth. Just enjoy the skeleton having this freedom, like it was suspended in space, where all the muscles were working for its longevity and mobility. And then relax the shape. Very good. Very good. Finding a wall if you'd like to use it today. The wall will be on the right side of your body. You're going to do 2 rounds of the same pose. So the first round, you won't use your hands. You actually keep both hands out. So one hand's touching the wall, the other hand just free floating. In the first round, you're going to shift your weight into your right foot and bring your left heel. So my knee, turn the knee out, bring the left heel to the inner ankle. In the first round, you're just going to slide the heel up the leg. Maybe the foot will come to the leg. Any amount. Just see what happens without using your hands. So what can the muscles do? And breathe here in your tree, a few deep breaths. So if you're using the wall, you want the wall to be on the same side as your standing leg. It's easier that way. Good. Slide the leg down. You'll put the wall on the left side of your body. Shift the weight to the left foot and bring the heel to the ankle. Without using your hands, slide the heel up the inner leg, any amount. And then breathe in that tree. Don't try to go deeper, just really be in that tree where the muscles can get you. Slide the leg down, release. We're going to shift back to the first side. So the right side will be against the wall. This time, you can use your left hand to bring the foot up to any height. But now you're not using the muscle to bring you there. You're sort of using the joint, which is fine. It's just a little different experience. You're also welcome to practice the way we did last round. Just notice the difference here. Same thing. Tree pose. A lot of the same instructions apply here. 4 corners of the foot, suction cup, that squeezing of the inner legs together, the zipping up of the abdomen. All those instructions that we just talked about, some of those other poses apply here. If you find your mind wandering, you can focus on those instructions. Release that leg, shift the weight, turn the body. We're going to put our weight in the left side. Use the right hand if you wish to bring up the right foot into tree. Same idea. Either review some of those instructions to hold the mind's attention. You can. Once you just breathe and feel. Sometimes these instructions are happening without our mind consciously focusing on them. We've embodied the wisdom of the posture. And release. Good. 'Good. 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 And without using the left hand, so hands are out, just bring up the left knee as high as it'll go in front, not to the side, in front. We'll just hold this shape. You can flex the foot, it helps. And you're still practicing the mountain pose, one of the things we worked on. And if you'd like, the leg might lower, you can extend that leg straight, but floating in the air. Breathe. Hold the pose. Rebend the knee, and then place it back on the earth. Change which leg, or change the side of the body. No hands, except maybe on the wall if you need it. Put the weight on the left foot and bring up the right knee as high as it'll go. Engage the foot. If you'd like, extend the leg. Stay with it. Keep breathing. This leg's much slower for my body. Very interesting. Noticing the difference in the different hip flexors and the different strengths of the leg muscles on which side. Very interesting. Inhale, bring that knee up nice and high, rebend it, and then place it on the earth. Very good. You don't have to turn around, I'm turning around so you can see. You're gonna rotate the hands. You're gonna rotate the hands like this. So this arm bone rotates out. And you're gonna squeeze the shoulder blades as close together as you can. So bring the rib cage forward. Press down. I was gonna say plant. Press down, plant down works too. Plant down through your four corners of your feet. And as you wrap the hands back, lift the ribs and heart up. Keep lifting up. You're going to bend your knees and push your thighs back a little bit. Getting a little bit of a back bend here. Keep pressing down like you're becoming a jack in the box. But the jack in the box is trying to lift up. You're pressing down with your hips, down and back with your thighs, but yet you're arcing up with your spine. Now extend your legs and stretch out your arms. Breathe here. Exhale back to neutral. Really nice. Really nice. Come down to kneeling pose with the toes tucked behind you. The same exact pose that we just worked on. Okay, so there's no backwards, there's upwards. And by going upwards, our muscles take us backwards because that's the way the muscles have to work. You can't actually go upwards, you can't fly, at least not yet. Rotate the arms, pull back. Good, as you open up the chest, lift the ribs and chest up, gaze up. You can sit your hips back towards your heels. Don't get there, just sit them back like you're loading a spring. Tuck your toes, load the spring. Breathe into it. And now push with your toes to kind of spring the hips up towards the sky. Kneeling back then. Reach up to come out of it. And then slowly wilt your hands down into the mat, child's pose. Don't work too hard, just kind of sink down and feel, relax your muscles. Good long back bend there. Now maybe once you're down to the earth, you can sit the hips back a little more if you'd like. Come forward and bring your left knee forward into a pigeon posture. Pigeon posture. Left knee forward. Slowly scoot the right knee back, catching the stretch in that outer hip. Just did some nice back bends. That outer hip should be wonderfully ready for pigeon posture. Breathe low in your belly. Bring it back forward. Just change which knee is in front. Slowly work that other knee back. Second side pigeon posture. Breathe low in the belly. And then sink into that right hip. Swirl the back leg all the way around to the front. And hold underneath the knee. Gently sink your back muscles, your low back, kind of rounding the spine a little bit. Press down through the back of your sit bones. Like you're a hammock, like you're a parachute, a downward facing parachute. And start to slowly press your spine into the floor. Your heels might float in the air. Vertebra by vertebra, press your spine into the floor. And the hand will bring the knees toward the body. Will happen naturally as long as you keep holding on. Don't pull, just kind of let the weight of gravity bring the thighs towards the belly. Let the knees fall open. Feet can fall open too. Breathe low, breathe soft. Keep cooling down, just witnessing your embodied experience. Release the hands. You're going to bring your left knee all the way over and stack it on top of the right knee. In a twist. So keep your left shoulder on the earth. Inhale, back open. Hold under both knees. Open the knees. And then bring the right knee all the way over. Facing the hands. The right shoulder stay on the earth. Twist. Second side. Inhale, back up. Put your hands on the top of the kneecaps this time. And just sort of draw circles with each knee, like you were wading in water. Alternating circles. Reverse that circle. It's okay. If you're not sure exactly what I mean, just swirl your knees around. Draw circles with your knees. You'll get there. That's all we're trying to do here. Now pull the knees towards the body. You're going to curl your forehead up towards your knees towards your forehead. And then release your feet into the earth. Release your shoulders and skull into the earth. Press your elbows and head down so you can scoot your shoulder blades down your back. Extend out your legs. Rest your hands on your body or out to the sides. Let go of the practice now. Enjoy the fruits of moving and breathing in an effort to consciously feel better in your body. Practice that for about 70 minutes. Just enjoy the after effects. Stretch your body. Press up to a comfortable seat. Yeah, same problem. Thanks so much, y'all. Hope you're feeling better. It's good to see you. Good to practice with you on this beautiful spring day. Namaste.